Every weekend my husband goes hunting with his best friend, but he comes home with nothing. So I start to get a little suspicious, and I decide to take his crossbow, the arrows that go with it, and hide them under his seat to see if he calls me and says, "Hey babe, where'd you put them? Did you touch them? Did I leave them home?" Well, he comes home, doesn't mention anything about the crossbows, doesn't mention anything about the arrows that I hid, and he comes home with nothing once again. So now I'm super suspicious of what's going on. I'm thinking something's not adding up. So I decide to take our kids the next time he goes hunting and drop them off at my mom's house. I don't want to alert anyone because I don't really know what's going on yet. I leave them there with her. They're good. And I decide to also put an air tag in his truck so I can follow him. Well, turns out when I look at where the air tag is, the location where he says he's going to be, he's not there. He's 200 miles in the wrong direction. And I come to find out it's a motel. So now before I black out or go crazy or do something I'll regret, I decide to follow up. So I go to this motel, and when I pull up, the first thing I see is his best friend's wife's car. And I'm thinking the worst, because his best friend's wife, gorgeous. She's the prettiest girl you've ever seen. Maybe 5'4", 110 pounds, gorgeous body, beautiful face, Shakira-like hair, just something that walks out of a magazine. And while I'm in my thoughts thinking the worst, I feel a hand on my shoulder, and I jump, and it's her. And I'm thinking the audacity of this woman. And I start accusing her. I'm like, why are you with my husband at a motel? What is happening? We start going back and forth. And so after, confronting each other, she says, well, hold on. I gave my husband my car because his truck wasn't working. And she's also suspicious because her husband never goes anywhere without his truck. He'll stay home if it's broken. So now we're putting two and two together and we're thinking, we don't know what's going on. We're both in the dark. Luckily, her train of thought was a little more clear than mine. She's like, let's go talk to the front desk. Let's find out what room they're staying in, or if they're even here. We walk in, and we have to deal with the most southern man you probably have ever seen, and he looks like he's on every uncontrolled substance you can imagine. And of course, instead of helping us out, I'm trying to reason with him. I'm like, tell me what room they're in. Please help us out. He's like, we can't do that. We have standards here. We won't give out anything. Finally, Trisha, his best friend's wife, is like, I'll give you $100 if you tell us what room they're in right now. Clearly, their standards aren't that high. He goes, they're in 202. You make a left, go up the stairs. Of course, we trail it. We go up there. Immediately, we get to the flat. We're outside the door. I'm about to knock. She stops.